Son of man, mark out 2 roads for the sword of the king of Babylon to take, both starting from the same country. Make a signpost where the road branches off to the city. Mark out 1 road for the sword to come against Rabbah of the Ammonites, and another against Judah, and fortify Jerusalem. For the king of Babylon will stop at the junction where the 2 roads meet to seek an omen. He will cast lots with arrows. He will consult his idols. He will examine the liver. Into his right hand will come the lot for Jerusalem, where he is to set up battering rams, to give the command to slaughter, to sound the battle cry, to set the battering rams against the gates, to build a ramp, and to erect siege works. It will seem a false omen to those who have sworn allegiance to him, but he will remind them of their guilt and take them captive. Therefore, this is what the Sovereign Lord says. Because you have brought to my remembrance your guilt by your open rebellion, revealing your sin in all that you do, because you have done this, you will be taken captive. O profane and wicked Prince of Israel, whose day is come, whose time of punishment has reached its climax, this is what the Sovereign Lord says. Take off the turban, remove the crown, it will not be as it was. The lowly will be exalted, and the exalted will be brought low, overthrown. I will make it overthrown. It will not be restored till he comes, to whom it rightfully belongs. To him will I give it.
No! I'm not pleased! I had completely defeated the Egyptians. I had conquered all of Syria and Palestine when I was summoned back here for trivial political reasons.
Live forever, O great king. King Nebuchadnezzar. But after the death of your father, it was necessary for all of Babylon to both see and pay their respects to you. This ceremony has built unity among all Chaldeans and thwarted any plans of treason.
Treason? Ha! Against me here in Babylon. Never. Marduk and the great gods I serve protect me. It is evident in all of my great victories of the past. And it shall be even more evident as I conquer the world.
Yes, so great. King.
After I conquer the world, all of its great wealth and wisdom shall be mine.
Yes, like those articles you brought back from Jerusalem, especially the ones that were dedicated to their God.
And the hidden wisdom of their culture. Bring the captives from Judea closer to me.
Bring the captive young nobles of Jerusalem to the king.
These young Israelites, they are of royal family and nobility. I want for them to learn our language and our literature. Feed them only the finest food, the finest wine from my table. Some roast pork and some lobster should fatten them up.
Yes, O great king, it shall be as you have said.
Take them away. I'm going to resume my quest. The captains have 3 years to prove their worth to me. At the end of the 3-year term, I shall test them to see which are best fit to serve me. I'm going to pick up where I left off before I was summoned back to Babylon. I'm expecting a lot from you, Ashpenaz. Do not disappoint me.
Yes, O great king.
They force us from our homes and families, move us around like common slaves.
We're still alive. We have the Lord to thank for that.
My family will probably never see them again. Our fathers, mothers, brothers, sisters, friends will never hear from them again. As long as we live, how are we going to survive here?
Jehovah Jireh, God will provide.
That's pretty hard to believe. God has allowed us to be overthrown by these pagans and now taken captive.
Adonai is sovereign. These are the words of Isaiah fulfilled. I guess we shouldn't question God's will.
God's will.
Mishael, we're all afraid.
I'm hungry. I wonder what's for dinner.
Whatever it is, we are not going to eat it.
Oh, right. That should look pretty impressive to the king. Oh, sorry, oh great King Nebuchadnezzar, but your food is unclean. We can't even touch, much less eat most of it.
We can't eat it? We are still Hebrews.
What do you think they'll say if we don't eat it?
It's not what they'll say that's the problem, it's what they'll probably do. Now, we have no choice. We have to eat it.
We will not eat the king's food.
So, we starve to death?
There must be something we can do.
God will help us.
We are captives. God has given us over to the enemy.
We shall remain obedient.
The subject is survival, not obedience.
Azariah, please.
Azariah, when do you plan on living up to your name? Yahweh has helped us remain alive. Yahweh has helped keep the four of us together and find favor in the eyes of the king. There is no reason for the Lord to forsake us now as long as we remain obedient.
Come on, guys, let's not fight each other. We're all we've got.
Let's pray about it. I know Yahweh will help us.
Oh, Levites. Pray. Yes, that should really help. You're a regular Solomon today, full of wisdom.
None. I am Ashpenaz. I shall be in charge of you. You are expected to study hard, learn fast, and to stay in good health. You four were taken from the same province.
Judea.
Therefore, thank you. Therefore, you shall remain together to help one another. What are your names?
Daniel.
Hananiah.
Mishael. Azariah.
Those are Hebrew names. You are citizens of Babylon now. You must have names that fit our culture. You shall be called Belteshazzar. You Shadrach. You Meshach. And you, Abednego.
Meshach.
Oh. My servant Melzar will return with your portion of today's food.
Please, sir.
You may call me Ashpenaz.
Please, Ashpenaz. Consider what I say to you. We are Hebrews, Israelites from Judea. Our fathers are very religious people, and we were brought up very strictly in our Jewish customs and faith. We mean no harm, but it would not be fitting for us to eat the king's delicacies or drink his wine.
Why not?
It would be very displeasing to our God and could cause us to become sick, maybe even die.
Oh, I too am a very religious man. I pray to all of the gods. I by no means want to anger any of them.
Then if you would, give us just vegetables and water as our daily food.
Vegetables and water. I'm religious, but I'm no fool. If the king were to see you looking thinner than the other captives, I could lose my head. I'm sorry. I don't know why I would like to help you, but I can't. Come.
He said no. He said no. So now what do we do?
We keep trying.
I'm not sure, but I think these pagan names he gave us have something to do with their gods.
After taking everything away from us, now they try to take away our names? Well, I don't care what they call me. I'll always be Azariah, and you'll always be Mishael, Hananiah, and Daniel.
And I'm still not eating the king's food.
Ashpenaz said we have to eat the king's food. How do we get around that?
By remembering who God is. Sing praise to the Lord, you saints of His. Give thanks when you remember His holy name. His anger is but for a moment. His favor is for life. Weeping may endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning. Trust in God. Trust in God. He has never failed you yet. Trust in God. Trust the Lord our God. He is faithful to His word. Even when it seems that all hope is gone, your life and plans have all gone wrong. God said He'd never forsake you. His promises are true. Be still and know that He is God. The Lord of hosts is our refuge. Trust in God. Trust in God. He has never failed you yet. Trust in God. Trust the Lord our God. He is faithful to His word. God is not a man that He should lie, nor the Son of Man to change His mind, but He is faithful to His word. Trust in God. Trust in God. Trust in God. Trust in God. He has never failed you yet. Trust in God. Trust in God. Trust the Lord our God. He is faithful to His word. Trust in God. Trust in God. Trust in God. Trust in God. He has never failed you yet. Trust in God. Trust in God. Trust the Lord our God. He
someone at the door.
Time to eat. You have roast pork, shrimp, lobster, and the best wine in the kingdom. You're expected to eat it all. Tomorrow your studies begin, so eat up. You'll need the strength.
Come on.
Melzar, you heard me ask Ashpenaz for a different diet. Perhaps you can help us.
I have no authority here. I'm just a servant.
But you have access to the food. You bring us our meals. Please, I beseech you, it would be most pleasing to our God.
Ha! I've heard about your God and of some of the great things he's done in the past for your people. But it is said that he has no power over the gods of Babylon.
Then test us and see if our God is powerful or not.
Say what?
Test the gods.
How?
For say 10 days. Bring us nothing but vegetables and water. And if we begin to look smaller and less attractive than the other captives, your gods win. And we will know for a fact that Yahweh has no power over these Babylonian gods. But if we begin to look healthier and stronger after 10 days, then our God is sovereign. And we eat vegetables and water until we choose to do differently.
Sounds like fun. Just for the sake of witnessing the gods at work. I'll do it. But no one must know. Only you and I. This must be our secret.
Agreed.
I'll return with your vegetables.
Thank you.
Daniel, do you think it'll work? We have no other choice.
We really need to seek God's help.
Melzar! How are things with the four from Judea?
Oh, fine, my lord.
I seem to remember them complaining about the food. Are they eating
Oh,
well?
their appetites are wonderful. They eat everything that's given to them every day, and they often look for more.
Excellent! Then the king should be pleased when he inspects them. He has placed them in my care. I'm held responsible to the king, and you are held responsible to me. See to it that the learning skills match their appetites.
Yes, my lord.
You may leave.
Ashpenaz,
Speak, what do you want?
what did you say?
I said, live forever, O great king.
Come with me.
No.
This is the 10th day.
Amazing.
It is the hand of Jehovah.
Yahweh is gracious. And because we remembered who we are and were obedient, he has blessed us.
You win. Nothing but vegetables and water. Arioch is on his way to escort you to class. Maybe your God will grant you wisdom as you study our language and literature. You'll need it.
Thank you. Praise the Lord. Whenever the king returns and calls for us, we must remember to represent the Lord and our people well.
We were trained by our fathers how to study. All we have to do is apply that discipline here, remain obedient, and the Lord will continue to grant us his favor.
Now, there is a reason for us being here. I'm not sure what it is yet, but I'm sure this is only the first of many more displays of his power.
Okay, Hebrews. This way.
My lord. My lord, what troubles you? You've not had a full night's sleep in weeks.
The gods have cursed me with a tormenting dream.
It's more probable that your late night snacks have cursed you with gas.
No. I tell you, it is as if the gods were trying to relay a message to me through this dream. Each night, it returns and it increases in length and description. I fear sleeping tonight, lest I be even more tormented by its conclusion.
My lord. My lord, the gods have smiled upon you. You, O great King Nebuchadnezzar, who have conquered the world, need not fear a dream. Come over here to me. Allow me to comfort you to sleep. Lord, oh my Lord, tell me all your worries. I will soothe them all away. Lord, noble Lord, lay your head upon this pillow and you'll soon forget. Remember when we met?
How could I forget?
It was in my father's garden. I was sitting at the fountain, staring in the water at the reflection of your face. La 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 lullaby. You said my lips dripped as honeycomb. My eyes were like doves, and to me you were handsome, and I was in love. La 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 gentle Lord, have a little tiny sip of pomegranate wine. Rest, my Lord, yes, my Lord, let the fragrance of the myrrh intoxicate your mind. La 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 la. Listen to my theme, forget about your dream and sleep. La 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 la, sleep. La 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 la, sleep. La 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 la, sleep. La 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 Guard.
Yes, my queen.
See to it that no one disturbs the king.
Call all of the magicians, all of the astrologers, all of the sorcerers, all of the wise men, and all of the Chaldeans before me at noon tomorrow. I must have the interpretation of this dream. dreamed a dream which has troubled my spirit, and I need for you to give me an interpretation of this dream. And whoever can tell me the dream and give me its interpretation shall receive from me great gifts, wealth, and honor. Thus I have spoken.
Oh, live forever, O great king. Our father Nimrod, who founded this great city, gave us wisdom in the hidden mysteries of the stars, the future, and the underworld. Therefore, if you tell thy servants the dream, we will tell you its interpretation.
No! Wise men of Babylon, tell me first the dream and then give me its interpretation, or be cut into pieces and have your houses made into dung heaps.
Oh, great King Nebuchadnezzar, tell your servants the dream. Then we will give you its interpretation.
My decree is sure. Tell me the dream and give me its interpretation. I know you all too well. You would love to buy time from me so that you could conspire together to tell me more lies. But this time you must prove your worth to me.
My lord, there is no man on earth can tell you both the dream and its interpretation, and no other king has ever made such a request of any magician or astrologer. It is a difficult thing you ask, too difficult for any human. Only the gods themselves hold the answer, and they do not dwell among mere humans.
Gods, execute him.
What?
Execute them all!
A plague
I'm on board with their lives! In fact, I command the execution of every so-called wise man in Babylon, be he native, foreign, or captive. I must have the interpretation of this dream.
Okay. Move up!
Please excuse me for asking, but are we allowed to know why we're being put to death?
All the wise men of Babylon are to be killed.
But why is this decree so urgent?
The king has been plagued with a very disturbing dream. So he summoned all the wise men of Babylon to give us interpretation. Only he commanded they tell him the dream first, and then the interpretation.
So what do you think the king would do if someone could tell him what he wanted?
Why, it would make him extremely happy for someone to meet his request, return our city from mourning back to joy.
Then take me to the king that I might be of assistance to him.
You?
Yes, I can be of assistance to the king and possibly put a stop to this needless bloodshed. I have nothing to lose. I'm already facing death. But you and all of Babylon have much to gain. Please, take me to King Nebuchadnezzar.
Yes. But if you're trying to gain time, you and your friends will die slowly and painfully. Guard, stop! Take them all back to their chambers and execute no one else until I return.
What's Daniel doing? He's trying to save our lives. We must pray for him.
My lord, you must eat.
I can't eat. I can't even think.
Please, my beloved, don't torment yourself like this.
This dream. I keep seeing this dream each night. I feel as if the gods were trying to speak to me, but I just can't understand its meaning, and none of these frauds who call themselves...
Forgive me, my lord.
Speak.
There's a young man, Belteshazzar, a captive of the Hebrews among the trainees, who claims to know what you desire.
Send him in.
Yes.
There, your prayers have been answered. Yes.
This is he.
Send for Ashpenaz to be an interpreter for this Hebrew, and I.
Forgive me, my lord, but he speaks our language quite well.
Really, he does. So soon. Then speak, Belteshazzar.
Live forever, King Nebuchadnezzar. I have come that I might be of service to you.
Then save your life by telling me what I desire. I have dreamed a dream that has troubled my spirit. Tell me the dream and give me its interpretation, and not only will you live, but I will give you wealth rewards and great honor.
Allow me to pray to the God of my fathers with my companions. He shall reveal to me, and I will answer what you have requested.
You have a lot of courage, boy. The wise men of Babylon have told me that the gods do not dwell with mere humans, and yet you promised to give me what I asked. What, is this a trick?
No, great king.
You seek time to save your life the same as all the others who have stood in line before me.
Oh, he is but a boy. Perhaps it takes him a little more time than a full-grown wise man.
Perhaps. Perhaps. I give you one night to seek your God and to return to me with what I ask. One night or die. Take him away. It is only because of you that I spared him.
It's only because of you that I dared to speak. I only wished that for one night there would be hope to have your request fulfilled, and that one night would be filled with rest.
You know that I love you. When you call out my name, your voice is like the rain that comes to cool the ground. And just like the trees that begin to grow, I couldn't live without you. That's why I love you. You're the song that I sing. That's why I love you. For the joy that you bring, that's why I love you. You're the only one who gave me everything.
And when I look in your eyes, my Lord, I'm surprised to see they never lie. They mirror a truth that's deep in me, a truth that only love could see. That's why I love you. You're the song that I sing. That's why I love you. For the joy that you bring, that's why I love you. You're the only one who gave me everything.
My first love, well, just your presence here makes all the things that this world has to offer disappear.
Oh, my love, just the touch of your hand makes me feel much stronger than I really am.
And your love for me is all that I need. I couldn't live without you. That's why I love you. You're the song that I sing. That's why I love you. For the joy that you bring, that's why I love you. You're the only one who gave me everything. You're the only one who gave me
What happened? What did they say to you?
I went to the palace and yes, I did see the king.
And what did he say?
I spoke to him. And he gave us one night to come up with what he requires.
Oh my God!
We have one night to give him his dream and its interpretation.
Oh, Jehovah! We plead for your wisdom. Show your children this mystery.
Oh Lord, we seek your mercy, for it is your mercy that would keep us from dying with the Chaldeans. I will lift up mine eyes to the hills, from whence cometh my help. My help comes from the Lord, who made heaven and earth. He will not allow your foot to be moved. Behold, he who keeps you doesn't sleep. The Lord is your shade. At your right hand he will preserve. Let the earth rejoice. He's our strength and song. Worship the holy cornerstone. If you seek him, you will hear his voice.
The heights of the hills are his to behold. Come, let us bow and kneel to the Lord. He is our God, we are his sheep, part of his fold. Your word is a lamp unto our feet, a light to our path, and we will keep your words in our mouth so we may taste and know the Lord is sweet. Let the earth rejoice. He's our strength and song. Worship the holy cornerstone. If you seek him, you will hear his voice. Let the earth rejoice. He's our strength and song. Worship the holy cornerstone. If you seek him, you will hear his voice. Blessed be the name of God forever and ever, for wisdom and might are his. Hananiah, wake up, praise God. Blessed be the name of God forever and ever. Bless the Lord God of my fathers. Azariah, Mishael, wake up, praise God. Daniel, what is it?
Blessed be the name of God forever and ever, for wisdom and might are his.
The Lord has shown you. Yes, bless the Lord. He has changed our destinies to life again.
He changes the times and the seasons.
This should show old Nebuchadnezzar. He removes kings and sets up kings, gives wisdom to the wise, and knowledge to them that know understanding.
Thank you for revealing this hidden secret to your servants, O God. He reveals the deep and the hidden things. He knows what's in the darkness, and light dwells within.
I thank thee and praise thee, O God of my fathers, for giving me wisdom and power. And now it made known to me what we desire from thee, even the request of the King.
Blessed be the name of God forever and ever, for wisdom and might are his.
Blessed be the name of God forever and ever, for wisdom and might are his. Blessed be the name of God forever and ever. For wisdom in my heart.
You could be heard throughout the courtyard.
The Lord has shown great mercy upon us.
Melzar, you must take me to Arioch quickly. There's no need to shed any more innocent blood. Jehovah has given me the king's answer.
Blessed be the name of God forever and ever. For wisdom in my heart is. Blessed be the name of God forever and ever. For wisdom in my heart is.
What is the meaning of this intrusion so late?
Please show us mercy, my king, but I have news of the utmost importance.
Then speak quickly.
I have found a man, Belteshazzar, of the captives of Judea, who will make known to the king the interpretation of your dream.
The boy. Send him in.
The forever King Nebuchadnezzar.
Are you able to tell me the dream and give me its interpretation?
No wise man, astrologer, magician, or wizard can tell the king such things. But there's a God in heaven who reveals secrets, and he has shown you in your dream what will happen in the future. O king, you saw a huge and powerful statue of a man, shining brilliantly, frightening and terrible. The head was made of purest gold. The chest and arms were of silver. The belly and thighs of brass, legs of iron. The feet part iron and part clay. But as you watched, a rock was cut from the mountainside by supernatural means. It came hurtling towards the statue, crushing the feet of iron and clay, smashing them to bits. Then the whole statue collapsed into a heap of iron, clay, brass, silver, and gold. Its pieces were crushed to small as chaff powder, and the wind blew them all away. But the rock that knocked the statue down became a great mountain that covered the whole earth. That was the dream. Now for its meaning. Your Majesty, you are king over many kings, for the God of heaven has given you your glory. You are that head of gold. But after your kingdom has come to an end, 3 other great powers shall rise, each inferior to yours. One shall be represented by the arms of silver, another by the brass belly. Then finally, the one represented by iron shall come smashing and bruising. The feet, part iron and part clay, show that later on these kingdoms will be divided. Some parts will be as strong as iron, some as weak as clay. During this time, the God of heaven will establish a kingdom that will never be destroyed. No one will ever conquer it. It shall shatter all these kingdoms into nothingness, but it shall stand forever, indestructible. That is the meaning of the rock cut from the mountain without human hands. Thus, the great God of heaven has shown you in your dream what will happen in the future. And this interpretation of your dream is as sure and certain as my description of it. No!
Burn the sacrificial incense and bring this man an offering fit for a god.
It was not I who blessed you, but the God of my fathers.
Oh, well then truly your God is a God of gods, and a King of kings, and a revealer of secrets.
Declare tomorrow a day of celebration for Belteshazzar's God and his most faithful servant.
God is the rock of my salvation. He's my defense, I shall not be moved. He's my salvation and my glory, the rock of my strength and my refuge. God is the rock and my salvation. He's my defense, I shall not be moved. He's my salvation and my glory, the rock of my strength and my refuge.
than all of the other trainees, 10 times better in wisdom and understanding. I'm pleased.
If it pleases the king, may I make a request to you?
Speak.
I am extremely honored by the responsibility you've given me, being set over the affairs of the province. Yet I will ask, since you are so pleased with these men, that you would allow them to assist your servant.
Belteshazzar, you have found great favor in my eyes, and because of their extraordinary abilities, so have Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Therefore, your request is granted.
Thank you, O great king.
Ashpenaz, have Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego acquainted with their new quarters as officials here in Babylon. Belteshazzar shall acquaint them in their new duties starting tomorrow.
Yes, my lord. The king. Melzar, do as the king commanded.
Is the king finished with his servant for today?
No. Belteshazzar, I feel as if you deserve a reward. If you continually... Okay?
Fine.
Ask for nothing.
I'm quite content with what you have already graciously given me, king.
Now, Belteshazzar, this is a rare occasion. I am prepared to grant you any wish, more riches than you can imagine. Now, you are a young man. Surely there is some hidden desire in your heart. Simply name it, and it shall be yours.
My lord, I couldn't.
Why? Have you rejected my generosity?
Let not the king be angry with this unworthy servant, I pray, for my heart is heavy and doesn't permit me to enjoy such pleasures as...
Heavy? Why? You are one of the most celebrated men in all of Babylon. Surely there's nothing here that has grieved you.
No, great king, it is not for me that my heart breaks, but for those who are less fortunate than I, those who are captive here and those who were left in Judea.
Oh. So then there is a hidden desire in your heart. Ha! I, Nebuchadnezzar, hold all power in my hands, even the power to make life more bearable for your fellow Hebrews. As a first order of business, you shall instruct your 3 young friends as to how to improve conditions of life for the Hebrews here in Babylon. And as for you, young Belteshazzar, you shall go to Judea. I grant you this time to see your people and to encourage them that I, Nebuchadnezzar, have shown them great favor.
Jehovah truly has shown mercy and grace this day to his people. I thank you.
Your God's mercy caused you to become an exile. It is by the hand of Nebuchadnezzar that you have been shown true mercy. Now you may go.
Live forever, O great king. May I speak?
Yes.
I thought it wise to remind the king of the great disturbance caused by the promotion of Belteshazzar last year. And now with the promotion of his 3 friends, the Chaldeans will truly be outraged. They will say that our country they will say that our land is being controlled by foreigners, people who have no consideration for our gods or our customs. Or our king.
Or our king?
Mm-hmm.
The king.
Mm-hmm.
Stop! Clear the court!
They do doubt the loyalty of the new recruits. After all, they are Hebrews.
There shall be no question of loyalty in my kingdom, nor of my sovereignty. Send for my master builders. I have a task for them to perform. Send for my master builders. I have a task for them to perform. Bring me the crafted artists and anyone who can create for me an image of gold, a god for all to behold. Make me a god to rule the land. Make me a god who's greater than. Make me a god I can withstand the Hebrews' God. Pharaoh speaks, the one called he'll be me.
As you ordered, O great king. Tell us, O king, your vision. Instruct us, tell us, what do you see? How does the king perceive it?
A little like me, it should be 6 cubits wide, 10 times its width is its height.
Make him a god to rule the land. Make him a god none can withstand. Make him a god.
about to say that.
Kingdom of God, rule of men. Kingdom of God, nothing will stand. Kingdom of God, who's been and the Hebrew God. One for me.
Noticing the strange looks you've been getting today?
Their looks are no stranger to me now than ever before.
No, not that.
Right? I thought my flesh would peel from the looks we got when we were made official.
Mishael's just a little paranoid because Daniel's gone.
Azariah's right. We can keep things under control. Daniel's only going to be away for another 2 months.
Well, I still wish I knew why we were summoned here to the plain of Dora today, and why the king confiscated so much gold after Daniel left, and why they seem to be smiling at us.
Yo, Hebrew boys.
Well, they had to get used to us sooner or later.
His Majesty, King Nebuchadnezzar the Great.
Is everything in order?
Yes, oh great king. All the satraps, the administrators, the governors, the councilors, the magistrates, the treasurers, and all of the officials of the provinces are here. That is, except for Belteshazzar, whom you allowed to visit Jerusalem.
That is correct. Belteshazzar is excused due to his absence. I am a man of my word, and I granted him that privilege. Since all else is in order, sound the command.
Sound the royal command!
To you it is commanded, O peoples, nations, and languages, that at the time you hear the sound of the horn, harp, flute, lyre, and psaltery, and symphony with all kinds of music, you shall fall down and worship the gold image that King Nebuchadnezzar has set up, or die. Anyone found unloyal to the king, or who will not fall down and worship his God, is to be immediately burned to death by the command of the king. Sound the music!
Yes. All of the world pays homage to me.
We demand an audience with the king. It is of the utmost importance to royal command and disloyal servant.
Allow them to speak.
Oh, live forever, O great King Nebuchadnezzar! Woo! But we have witnessed the most disgraceful act of treason!
Treason? Treason in what way?
O king, live forever. King, you did decree at the sound of the great music that all should fall down and worship your golden image, and that anyone who did not fall down and worship your golden image should be hurled into a burning furnace.
Well,
there are certain Jews whom you have set over the affairs of the province of Babylon. These men, they have not paid you their due regard. They do not serve your gods, nor do they worship the golden image which you have set up.
gods, have Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego brought before me immediately.
Oh, forgive me, oh great king, but need I remind you of your sovereign order that if anyone does not bow down and worship the golden... No, not now. That if anyone does not bow down and worship the golden image which you have set up, that they should be thrown into the fiery furnace and burned to death!
Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, is it true that you do not serve my gods, nor will you worship the golden image which I have set up? Now I would advise you to come to your senses when you hear the great music again. You will fall down and worship my golden image, or I will have you immediately thrown into the fiery furnace where you will burn until you are dead. And believe me, there is no God who can deliver you from my wrath. Oh, don't stand there mute, you may speak.
Oh, Nebuchadnezzar, we have no need to answer you.
If that is the case, our God is able to deliver us from the burning fiery furnace, and he will deliver us from your hand, O king.
But if our God chooses not to deliver us, let it be known, O king, that we will not bow down to your gods
also worship the gold image which you have set up.
You dare to speak to me like this? Raise the heat in the fire 7 times. Bind them, gods, cast them into the fire. Thus I have spoken.
You are the future blast he led with a pillar of all through the wilderness. You can see his holiness leading with a pillar of Elisha and Elisha traveled together until they saw that chariot of fire. Well, Elijah stepped inside, then began his ride in that chariot of fire. That's why we're dancing in the fire, dancing in the fire, dancing in the fire, yes, dancing in the fire. God's shown his favor, he has delivered you from this furnace of fire. Just to prove his power, he saved you this hour from this furnace of fire. Our God is consuming furnace fire, presence, holiness so bright. Marvelous of love, for life is bound to man, keeps us safe in the side. Ooh, there's
great king. Well, look, I see 4 men walking loose amidst the flames, and the 4th is in the form of the Son of God. Shaddai, Meshach, Abednego, come out of the fire and come here to me. Blessed be the God of Shaddai, Meshach, and Abednego, who has sent his angel to deliver his servants who have trusted in him. And they have yielded their voice and frustrated my word that they should serve or worship any other God except their own God. Therefore make I a decree to all of the peoples, nations, and languages that anyone who speaks any ill against the Most High God of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego shall be cut into pieces and their houses made into a dunghill hill, because there is no other God who can deliver like this.
embarrassing noise. I know, my love. But it's too late. My time is at hand.
Foolishness, my lord. You are the immortal King Nebuchadnezzar. You cannot die.
Please, my love, don't cry. Belteshazzar, Daniel, please come and sit down. Don't cry, my love. It hurts so to see you cry. Ashpenaz, stand here. Daniel, I want our history to record the exploits of your God. Therefore, I summoned you here to record my testimony. I shall entrust this into your hands. I'm sure that you will know what to do with it.
As you wish, my lord. I'm honored.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
To all of the peoples, nations, and languages that dwell in all of the earth, I, Nebuchadnezzar, thought it good to declare the signs and wonders that the Most High God has worked for me. How great are his signs and how mighty his wonders. His dominion is an everlasting dominion, and his kingdom is from generation to generation. I, Nebuchadnezzar, was at rest in my house. I saw a dream which made me afraid, and the thoughts on my bed and the visions of my head troubled me. Therefore made I a decree to bring in all of the wise men of Babylon, that they might make known unto me the interpretation of this dream. I told the dream to them, but they did not make known unto me its interpretation. But at last, you, Daniel, came in before me, whose name is Belteshazzar, according to the name of my gods, and in whom is the spirit of the holy God. And to you I told this dream. I saw a tree in the midst of the earth, and the height of it was great. The tree grew, and the sight of it was seen to the ends of all of the earth. Its leaves were fair, and its fruit much, and in it was food for all. The beasts of the field had shadow under it, and the fowls of the heavens dwelt in its boughs, and all flesh was fed from it. I saw then a watcher and unholy one coming down from heaven. He cried aloud and said,
Hew down the tree and cut off its branches, shake off its leaves and scatter its fruit. Let the beasts get away from under it and the fowls from its branches. Nevertheless, leave the stump of its roots in the earth, even with a band of iron and bronze in the tender grass of the field. And let him be wet with the dew of heaven, and let his portion be with the beasts in the grass of the earth. Let his heart be changed from man's, and let a beast's heart be given unto him, and let 7 times pass over him. This matter is by the decree of the watchers, and the demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High rules in the kingdom of men, and giveth it to whomsoever he will, and setteth up over it the basest of men.
I said, let not this dream or its interpretation trouble thee. You answered me and said, O king, the dream is to those that hate thee, and the interpretation of it to thine enemies. The tree which you saw, O king, it is you, who art grown and become strong. And that which you saw is the judgment which has come upon thee. Whereupon, O king, let my counsel be acceptable unto thee. and break off thy sins by righteousness, and thine iniquities by showing mercy to the poor, if there may be a lengthening of thy tranquility. All of this came upon me, Nebuchadnezzar. At the end of 12 months, yes, at the end of 12 months, I, Nebuchadnezzar, walked in the palace of the kingdom of Babylon. Is not this great Babylon that I have built for a royal dwelling, by the might of my power, for the honor of my majesty? While the word was in my mouth, there fell a voice from heaven saying,
O King Nebuchadnezzar, to thee it is spoken, the kingdom is departed from thee, and they shall drive thee from men, and thy dwelling shall be with the beasts of the field. They shall make thee to eat grass like oxen, and 7 times shall pass over thee, until thou know that the Most High rules in the kingdom of men, and giveth it to whomsoever he will.
Within the same hour was this thing fulfilled upon me. And I was driven. My body was made wet with the dews of heaven, till my hairs were grown like eagle's feathers, and my nails like birds' claws. At the end of these days, I, Nebuchadnezzar, lifted up my eyes unto heaven, and my understanding returned unto me, and I blessed the Most High. I praised and honored him who liveth forever, whose kingdom is an everlasting kingdom, and whose dominion is from generation until generation. And all of the inhabitants of the earth are reputed as nothing, and he does according to his will in the army of heaven. And none can stay his hand or say to him, what have you done? At the same time, my reason returned unto me, and for the glory of my kingdom, my honor and my majesty returned unto me. And I was sought by my lords and my counselors, and excellent majesty was added on to me. Now, I, Nebuchadnezzar, I praise and extol and honor the Most High God, all of whose works are truth, and his ways justice. And those who walk in pride, he is able to abase. Daniel, promise me that you will see that this testimony is recorded for all of mankind.
I promise, my Lord.
You know, it's amazing to think how God has preserved us.
Especially with Nebuchadnezzar dead.
Huh?
Especially with Nebuchadnezzar dead!
Dead 22 years and 5 kings later. Here we are.
These Chaldeans are so ambitious. They destroy each other for power with no conscience.
I think their memories have elapsed with their consciences. I don't think any of them remember how God saved us from the fiery furnace.
Or how Jehovah humbled King Nebuchadnezzar and later restored him to his kingdom.
I wonder why it was so important for Daniel to see us today.
What?
I wonder why it was so important for Daniel to see us today.
Perhaps he has some fresh revelation from God to share with us.
Or possibly a comment on some of the prophecies that have come forth to our people.
It's amazing to watch God in action. You know, our 70 years of captivity is almost over. It's prophesied. I'm sure that whatever Daniel has to say is concerning our preparation to return to our homeland.
Sorry.
Homeland.
Oh, but there's nothing there to return to. Everything was either stolen or destroyed.
Praise the Lord, my good friends.
Oh, Daniel. Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord, Daniel.
Shalom.
You all look wonderful. You haven't aged a bit.
Lying is a sin.
Not in my case, Hananiah. Speak for yourself.
God doesn't look too kindly on vanity either.
We may have aged a little, Daniel, but as you can see, the love is still there. Let me help you.
That was fun.
I hope I didn't keep you waiting too long.
What did you say?
I hope I didn't keep you waiting too long.
Yes, and we love you too,
We were also trying to predetermine why you had asked us here today.
For your help.
How? In what way?
I believe God has shown me that it's about time for Babylon to fall.
I had heard the Medes and Persians became allies.
And us then. Is it time for us to return to Judea?
Not until after this kingdom has fallen.
How do you specifically want us to pray?
In prayer for our people. I pray that we are preserved during the transition of government, and that our people heed to the words given them by the prophets, and not backslide into traditions and cultures of the new coming rulers. Please, I can't tell you how important this is.
Say no more.
You can always depend on us.
That's what friends are for. Pray for the peace of Jerusalem. May they prosper who love you.
Peace be within your walls. Prosperity within your palaces.
For the sake of my brethren and companions, I will say peace be within you. Because of the house of the Lord our God, I will seek your good. Pray for the peace of Jerusalem. Pray for the land of our God. Pray for peace to come again. Pray for all we love. Pray for the peace of Jerusalem. Pray for the land of our God. Pray for peace to come again. Pray for all we love.
Praise.
Is it godless fit for a king such as I? Bring me something worthy of a god. Bring me the gold and silver vessels which my father Nebuchadnezzar brought back from Jerusalem. The ones dedicated to their God. Oh, bring it up to the royal family so we might all be honored. Wonderful! A toast to me! Belshazzar the Great! This is a sign from the gods. Magicians! The magician! You understand all magic? Read this writing on the wall!
Live forever, oh great king! But I do not understand this spell. It is beyond my means!
Ah! Truly! Ashta! The wisest of all Chaldeans can read this mysterious writing.
Live forever, King Belshazzar! But your servant has never seen such a script as this!
You have died. You. You know those that have died and gone to the other world. Perhaps one of the dead will reveal to you the meaning of the script.
Oh, live forever, O great king! But the interpretation is unknown to me. And you can be sure that whoever wrote this is alive and not dead.
Well, these are the most celebrated men in Babylon. Whoever will make known to me this writing or these interpretations will be clothed in royal array with a gold necklace about his neck and shall be the third highest ruler in Babylon. Well, doesn't anyone want to be honored? Doesn't anyone know?
Let not your thoughts trouble you, and let not the color of your face be changed. My son, there's no need to fear. There's one who can help you here. I know a man not from this land, a Hebrew by birth. They say he is the wisest man that they saw this earth. His name is Daniel, servant of the Most High God. His name is Daniel. Here we call him Belteshazzar. In the days of your father, Nebuchadnezzar, he was proven wiser than any astrologer, made chief of all Chaldeans, second only to the king. Gifted in dreams, he could solve anything. Oh, his name is Daniel, servant of the Most High God. His name is Daniel. Here we call him Belteshazzar. My son, you are king, and you'll continue to be king if you call yourself, and try not to think. So pay no attention to that writing on the wall. Just sit down and have another drink. My son, you are king, and you'll continue to be king if you call yourself, and try not to think. Please don't think. So pay no attention. Oh, and let me tell you about the man who's going to rule along Daniel, servant of the Most High God. Here we call him Belteshazzar. His name is Daniel. Daniel.
You are Daniel.
Live forever, King Belshazzar.
So, you are Daniel, whom my great-great-grandfather named Belteshazzar, a captive of the children of Judea. Speak!
Yes, I am he.
I've heard that the spirit of the gods dwells in thee. And that light, understanding, and excellent wisdom is found in thee.
I serve the one true God, the God of my fathers, and it is he that gives me favor. Nothing else.
Well, all the wise men and astrologers before me have not been able to read this writing, nor make known its interpretation unto me. It is said, you give interpretation and solve problems. So me, old man. What does the writing say? And what does it mean? If you give me its interpretation, I will clothe you in royal array with a gold necklace about your neck. And you shall be third highest ruler in Babylon.
Keep your gifts. Yet I will tell you what's written and give you its interpretation. O king, the Most High God gave Nebuchadnezzar your father his kingdom and majesty. But when his heart and spirit were hardened in pride, God humbled him and took his glory from him until he knew that the Most High God rules in the kingdom of men. But you, Belshazzar, you have not humbled your heart, although you knew all of this. They have brought the vessels of Jehovah's house before you, and you and your lords and your wives and your concubines have drank wine from them. You have praised the gods of silver and stone, of wood and of bronze and iron, of wood and stone. All these gods, which do not see or hear or know. The fingers of the hand were sent from El Shaddai, Almighty God. And the writing reads, Mene, Mene, Tekel, Upharsin. And this is the interpretation of each word. Mene. God has numbered your kingdom and finished it. Tekel. You have been weighed in the balances and found wanting. Lord God. Perez. Your kingdom has been divided and given over to the Medes and to the Persians.
Give him the royal clothing and the gold necklace. You, Daniel, are now the third highest ruler in Babylon.
So be it.
Well, now that we Medes are ruling in Babylon, I am expecting all of you, my presidents and my princes, to clean up the mess our predecessors left behind them. This report on the maintenance of our kingdom proves what an asset you will be to our Median Empire. Daniel, I find you superior to all my officials, and it pleases me to set you over everyone in the realm. Well, don't just stand there. Come up here with me. You, my presidents and my princes, shall be subject to Daniel's leading. He is my delegated authority. His word is second only to mine. Now come, Daniel. We have much to discuss.
That Hebrew has been given dominion over us.
Humiliating to think that a common captain would aspire to lead us, we who are of noble birth.
Well, I will not stand for it. There must be some way to put that Hebrew in his place. Perhaps he's not as honest as he alludes to. There must be some hidden fault of his to uncover before the king.
I'm afraid not. I've never come into contact with a more disgustingly honest man.
Maybe, within the course of his duties, we could find him lurking in some way.
Not Daniel. I've never seen anyone more faithful to his task.
Maybe we can start a rumor about his allegiance to the Babylonian people. Say that he's secretly working his way up in our government to influence a revolt by the Chaldeans to regain their kingdom.
Daniel's allegiance is to his God, not the Babylonians.
Oh, that's it.
What's it?
Oh, his God!
I don't understand.
Since we cannot find any fault in the man himself, let us cause him to stumble concerning his God.
But Daniel will never sin against his God.
Precisely. And since serving his God is within our law, we make serving the God of Daniel illegal by our law. And since Daniel won't break his God's law, he'll have to break ours. And then we will have him right where we want him.
Excellent, excellent. But how?
Oh, just easy. Now leave it to me. And when the king returns, I need all of you to agree with me totally.
Sure, but what are we going to say to the king?
Well, I will simply let him know that we have all agreed together that no one is to pray or petition to any god or man for 30 days except the king. Or we shall throw that man into the lion's den.
Well, how inspiring to find my officials in such high spirits. It makes me feel wonderful.
King Darius, live forever.
Thank you.
King Darius, live forever.
Well, I appreciate that.
King Darius, reign forevermore.
That's encouraging.
We proclaim
honor
your name forevermore.
Good.
King Darius, live forever.
Like this?
Yes. No. For your greatness is beyond compare. You're so noble.
Great.
It's extraordinary.
I like that.
King, can we talk?
Well, I wanted to go look at the hanging gardens.
When you walk
This is
down
fun.
the street, everyone that you meet is so stunned that they fall at your feet. And with grace so divine, it's a shame.
It's a crime
that the people do not praise you all the time. Something should be done.
Right.
You should be the one.
Me?
Here's a little something we've begun.
Oh, what is it?
King Darius, live forever.
You said that before.
Everyone should proclaim your fame.
Yes.
They should worship,
honor,
pray to your name.
Don't you think that's going a little bit too far?
King Darius, live forever. Make it mandatory unto death.
Death?
If they break the law, it is a sin.
Well, sure.
We will throw them in the lion's den.
Lion?
This decree shall go throughout the land, to the Medes and also to the Persians.
Yes.
Sign it here with your own hand.
I'm honored. This is wonderful, simply wonderful. A new chief administrator and great new legislation exalting me. Where do I sign it?
Right here, King.
Live forever, O great King Darius. This legislation shall secure your sovereignty, and knowing that it is the law of the Medes and the Persians, that no decree nor statute which the king establishes may be changed. Therefore, this law shall not be broken.
You know, I am blessed.
Yes.
There. It's finished.
Yes, O great King Darius.
Have a good day.
King Darius, live forever.
Shall serve the king of Babylon for 70 years. Lord God, these are the words you gave the prophet Jeremiah concerning your people. Now I make my request by prayer and supplication with fasting, sackcloth, and ashes for your people and for your city, Jerusalem. Now I would rather die than live one day without you. Lord, righteousness belongs to you, belongs to you, belongs to you. but to us belongs shame of face. To us, shame of face. Oh Lord, righteousness belongs to you, mercy and forgiveness too belongs to you. Though we've rebelled against you, rebelled against you. Lord, help us. Lord, I'm praying for your people, for your city, Jerusalem. Lord, according to your righteousness, I pray, let your anger turn away from Jerusalem. Lord, Israel has transgressed. Yes, we have transgressed. We have not obeyed your voice. As it is this day, we have sinned against your name. Oh Lord, incline your ear and hear. Open your eyes and see our desolation and the city which is called by your name, called by your name. Lord, I'm praying according to your righteousness, I pray, let your anger turn away from Jerusalem.
Yes, what is it?
My lord, have you not signed a decree that no man shall petition or pray to any god or man except the king for 30 days, or we should throw that man into the lion's den?
Well, yes, it's true, according to the law of the Medes and the Persians, which shall not alter.
Well, Daniel, who is one of the captives from Judea, does not show due regard for you, O king,
or for the decree that you have signed.
Oh, no. What have I done?
His God, the God of his father, still breathes not.
This does not include Daniel.
It says here, O king, any man. And that includes everyone in the kingdom.
No. You do not understand. Daniel is not one of us.
He is a part of this kingdom.
Yes, and therefore subject to our laws.
I am the king.
Oh, yes, my lord. And I am sure you would not want to commit treason against your own people.
Treason?
Sire, you know that it is the law of the Medes and the Persians that no decree or statute which the king establishes may be changed.
Being a Mede, King Darius, you would not want the Persians to think that you were weak.
Where is Daniel now?
We had him arrested.
You had him arrested?
Bring in the prisoner.
Daniel, my dear friend, please forgive me.
I was tricked.
The forever King Darius, I hold no ill feeling towards you. God bless you.
Daniel, your God, whom you serve continually, he will deliver you.
Sire, shall we carry out justice?
Yes. Do what you must. Take him away. Out of my sight, the rest of you! Clear the palace! I wish not to be disturbed all night long.
Yahel Yisrael El Adonai Me'ata ve'ad olam Ki tov Adonai Le'olam hasedo
I'm not even worthy to call your name. I am the one to blame for playing this sinful game. Please, look down upon my shame. Show your mercy. A man is about to die. I am the reason why. This guilt I cannot bear. Prove to me if you were there. Show your mercy. Mercy, Lord.
Uphold him with your outstretched hand. Mercy, Lord, hear my cry. Save him now, lest he die. Mercy, mercy, your undying.
So much of it. There's nothing else I can do. I promise to change my ways. If you would answer today, show your mercy. I need your mercy, Lord. Save him, Lord. I beg your mercy. Mercy, Lord. Lord, your love.
Daniel.
Daniel! Daniel! Servant of the living God! Has your God, whom you serve continually, been able to deliver you from the power of the lion?
Live forever, King Darius!
Thank you, God! He's alive! He's alive! understand that? Let him out!
My God sent his angel and shut the lion's mouth so that they have not hurt me, because I was found innocent before him, and also of you. I have done no wrong before you.
Come, Daniel.
Guard, find the presidents and princes who accuse Daniel and throw them in the lion's den. Also their wives and children. If they are innocent, they will be unharmed. If not, then it's fair judgment.
Unto the Lord, O ye lands. Enter into his gates with thanksgiving, and into his courts with praise. Make a joyful noise unto the Lord, O ye lands. Enter into his gates with thanksgiving, and into his courts with praise. Oh, come before his presence with singing.